By the way, long time no see. Sorry if I haven't been uploading any videos recently. I've been doing placement for nursing. So it's been like 2 weeks of full-time work. I need to say it one more time, but full-time unpaid work. And at the same time, I've had a lot of assessments being due around that deadline. Not making it an excuse for not uploading anything, but I just thought I'd let you guys, the audience, know. Other than that, it's good to be back, and I just thought I'd make an update video of what's going on around the world right now. So, ever since all of this has been happening, I've been trying to make a very conscious effort to be on social media. And to be honest, I'm not really a social media kind of guy. The most I do is just go on YouTube. I know I upload videos, but other than that, I don't really like to chat online. I really strongly prefer chatting in person. But because of what's been going on, we're gonna have to make the most out of our tools. Anyway, I've been staying more online on social media just so I can stay connected with my friends either that are close or far. Even if it's through a small little text or to a phone call that could last for like an hour. Trust me, these things help. The little things. These little things do help. Either to others, to you guys, or to ourselves, you know? I know all this COVID business is making everything so inconvenient, and it's already changed the way we lived our lives. But it doesn't mean that we can't still stay connected together. This is just me personally, but I know the mindset of it's not what we have, but what we do with what we do have is going to be the one step forward to progress. I know it's not going to make the virus go away anytime soon, but hey, it takes one step to go to 100, right? Okay, and now for physical health. Currently, right now, I weigh 100 kilograms. The goal is to try to drop down to 80. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of improvements I can definitely make during this time of isolation when it comes to the context of physical health. I mean, I can barely do 10 push-ups. Got a long way to go. Mental health. Luckily for me, uni has actually been keeping me pretty busy. Well, to be honest with you guys, a little bit too busy for my liking. Yes, that means I'm still behind, as usual. The point I'm trying to make is that I know that without a doubt, I'm not going to be bored during this time of isolation. This is just me personally, but I know for myself that I can wrap my mind around literally anything. It could be simple as either reading a book or practicing hobbies. So for me, it could either be working on my guitar playing or working on my camera skills. Literally anything. It's usually because like there's always something for you to work on. So I know these are my examples, but I know for a fact for any of you guys, if you think really deeply, think really carefully, there's always something that you can work on to not make you bored. Look, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I really dislike the word bored. Look, I know like when you're a kid, you'd like say, oh, I'm bored.
Oh, I'm bored. There's nothing to do. I'm really bored. I don't know what to do anymore. Back then, at least. I can totally guarantee you, I'm literally like no academic genius. Like literally I was the most like Patrick Star of a student you'd ever meet. Like Patrick Star from SpongeBob. That was me. Literally like C's or D's. Like literally back in high school. And even right now in uni, I'm not the most highest achieving student. I try to at least pass. And if I go beyond that, that's great. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go beyond that. But the point I'm just trying to emphasize is that I'm not an academic genius, but yet I can still find something to do during this time of isolation. I know all of you guys are home right now, so please don't be bored. For the record, by the way, I'm not saying that you should like work or study hard 24 hours of the day during your self-isolation time, because there's always a lot more important things outside of studying or work. Spending good quality time with family and friends is just a small example of what's more important than that. This is just me personally, but I really enjoy writing journals. Like ideally for me, like daily journals. Doing this for myself is literally like a good way to like reflect on my thoughts, but in layman's terms I find it really like just a good therapeutic way to start the day. But there's a slight twist to that, and that's gonna make us move on to the last aspect of health that I want to talk about. So, as a Christian, I'd like to think that prayer is really important to me. The matter of fact, it is. It's really important. So for me personally, prayer is not for me to ask God to do things for me like a trick pony, you know what I mean? But for me to get to understand His will, taking it one step at a time, each prayer at a time. Without the spiritual part, like literally like pages of journals, and like you can write like Dear Diary and then start talking about like the rest of your day. But for me, I kind of like intertwine these two things. So for me it starts with like instead of a Dear Diary, it's like a Dear God, and it's a way to really lift up everything and kind of like lift it up to Him. In a way, it's like me talking to Him about how my day went. I know with all that is going on around the world right now, especially with COVID-19, I know the last thing anyone wants to hear is a guy on YouTube talk about spirituality or health. But just remember, spirituality is also one of the 5 aspects of health. I know everyone around the world has their own belief on this matter, on like spirituality and like religion. But 3 things are certain, regardless of what you believe in. Number 1, life is short. Our youthful age is not a guarantee for a long, everlasting life. I know that this has always been the case. I personally feel like that this disease further highlighting how short life is. I mean, like literally, like look what's happening right now in New York City. There are like so many people coming in with the disease, and it's not just old people, it's like young, healthy, active people. And now, looking at number 2, death is certain. The mortality rate in New York City right now is 4.8%. I know like 4 might seem like a really small number. It's exactly, from what I remember reading, 8,627. Keeping 4% in mind, the actual number is like literally like 8,000 people. And that's a freaking a lot of people. That's a freaking large number. Like, I know a lot of people die all the time, and it's been a way of life, or ever since the start of society. Looking at what's going on around the world right now, I personally feel like the concept of death, or the thought of it, is literally becoming more and more evident. Slowly, but surely. And now to concept number 3. Eternity is a freaking long time. That common question is like, what happens after we die? No one really knows for sure, but what I do know, the gift of eternity has been given out to every human being, regardless of where you're from or where you are right now in life. Have you ever heard of the song Amazing Grace? I've been singing this song for like a decade and a bit, ever since I was a kid. And the meaning of that song never hit me till like last year, roughly. So the lyrics goes, "Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that it has saved a wretch like me." It's beautiful. So to me, what this song means for myself personally is God has given us the gift of eternal life by sending his son, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, to die for the sins of the world. We've all fallen into our own sins, without a doubt, to ourselves or to others that we've done morally wrong. We all know that, like, for sure. Either to ourselves or to others, hands down, we know it. I'm not here to like condemn you of everything that you've done, or to push my own personal agendas to you guys. I'm not about that. But all I want to do is give you a simple heads up. A simple heads up that there is a free gift of eternal life out there. All you need to do is to simply accept it. Yeah, there's a free gift of eternal life out there, and all you need to do is go out there and accept that gift for yourself. And that's the first step. Take care, guys. This is the Miguel Cam, out. Peace. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's literally like my laptop standing on like a little Jason Mark toolbox that I got from work like last year. Never thought I was gonna use it for this kind of purpose. It's kind of like bizarre, but the whole thing works. But yeah, the setup is literally like this because my mom took over my room. I still sleep here, like, thank goodness, but I don't work here anymore because, hey mom, I should get out. She's actually doing like legit work. Can't stay in my room for that long, so I had to create that like elaborate setup that I'm actually quite proud of, and I don't mind it.